And welcome to the Hired Gun podcast with your host, the Hired Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. So, how y'all doing, y'all? Only yesterday, but we here because it may get cold again, and I'm not gonna break a promise and tell y'all that I wasn't on here again because content is content, and let's get it done. So I'm gonna talk about something first, and then we just gonna keep talking. All right. So Ricochet has been on. Now, before I get into Ricochet, like it never fails, dog. Like it never fails. Like, and I'm not even talking about just the E, but mainly the E. Like, it never fails. Somebody leaves the company, and they start talking about why they left, right? Or you know, so Tommaso Ciampa, right? Because I'm gonna get the Ricochet, and I'm gonna learn because when Tommaso Ciampa talks about leaving the E, I understand his reason more than anybody else's reason, right? I really do, right? Because he felt like he can still do stuff. Now, I so if Ricochet said that we're cool, right? I'm not even talking about it because I talked about how he cries and he's bitter to him blue in the face already, right? But so recently he's came out and he said the worst thing that could have ever happened is he got called up. All right, now mind you, when he got called up, Vince screwed him over. Okay, and then he's talking about how the title he has now in AEW means more to him than him winning the United States title and the IC title. All right, which you know what he's been saying that those titles didn't mean anything since he left. All right, now mind you now, just because he didn't sign his last contract with WWE didn't mean he didn't sign another one before that. He was there for 7 years. So eventually, somewhere he resigned. He resigned again. Alright, and ever since he left, alright, he's been bitching, and he's been crying, and like I look at comments, and some people say he has a point. Alright, alright, and you know what? He might have a point on some of the stuff he says. Right? Like like when he says that the E killed his legacy of a character. Okay. Okay. Right? But some of this is bitch in the morning, dog. Some of this is bitch in the morning because it sounds like you didn't get the opportunity that you wanted in the E. Right? And and now you're not coming back to the E, so you want to burn that bridge as much as you can. All right? Because you feel like Tony Khan can do you right, and right now he is doing you right. Right? Like he is, I can admit it. You've had a better career now with AEW than you ever had in WWE, and that's point blank true. Right? And you at a level now. Are you in the same level as you were? Or yeah, because you still job out sometimes. You have a title, but everybody got a title in AEW. Some got two. You know, I so do you win more in AEW than you lose in the E? Yeah, you do, you do. they protect you enough for you to win more than you lose, and that's cool. That's cool, but it still sounds like he bitter. All right, it still sounds like you crying, dog. All right, and some people say he doesn't care. No, 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 no. When he's on Twitter and he's just going back out, like going back at it with other people on Twitter, but other stuff, he's in character. All right, hey, when he's fucking with the trolls, he's in character. Okay, cool. All right, hey, but right now, the last 2 weeks, oh no, no, no. He all in his fucking feelings right now. Like he's all in his feelings right now. Right, but again, majority of them all talk shit when they leave. CM Punk did it. Bret Hart did it. Stone, uh, Stone Cold did it when he quit. Right? Monet did it. Right? They all MVP does it. Right? Like they all do it when they leave. All right? Hell, Road Dogg did it, and he back. Right? Now they all come back too. Now again, I don't see him coming back this time. Like I don't. Like he's trying to burn any bridge he had with the E. Like any of it. Because and then he can say, "Oh, I met my wife there. I had my friends there. I met friends there. Yeah, but none of that matter right now, dog. What you doing? None of it. And before somebody can come down and say, "Oh, yeah, that makes me get truth," that's his truth. It is. It is. And God bless him. God bless. Like I hope he becomes world heavyweight champion because he's a hypocrite too because titles didn't matter when he first got out, right, and he got the AEW. Titles didn't matter. It didn't. Remember that? Like remember that talk? Because he said it. He said titles didn't matter. That's what he said. Now this title means the world to him more than any other title ever did. He's a hypocrite, bona fide hypocrite. Now, it's his truth. It's his truth, and you know what? I can say some of his truth is right, and you know what? I can say I was wrong about what was gonna happen when he went to AEW because again, he's had a better career in AEW in WWE. Win loss record, it matters. It matters. And he don't got 50-50 booking or none of that kind of stuff. Alright, so it matters. It matters. And then, I'm quite sure the sickos eat this shit up what he's saying. And they love him for it. And that's great. That's great that they uh, accept him. You know, and it's great that he's doing good. But it still sounds like he's crying, and it still sounds like he bitter. Like every time he sees somebody having success in the E, he gotta talk his shit. Now, maybe that's in character. Maybe that's in character, right? But every time, I mean every time, he don't give people thank yous or anything. He just has to tear these niggas down. All right, like he can't help it. He did it with Javon Evans. He did it with he tried to do it with Mello. Right, and I can name some other people he tried to do it with. Alright, but he just sounded like that boy bitter and hurt because it wasn't him. Alright, and God bless him. Like, God bless him. So I'm gonna shift from that now. Now I watched AEW last night. He was on the show too. He had a good match. He carried that match. Let me say that too before I shift off from him. He carried that match because Jungle Boy, I'm not a fan. Like I'm not. But AEW was a good show. Good show. More wrestling. I got my wrestling that I needed because you only got 3 matches for Raw on Monday. All right, you only got 3 matches on Monday. Now some of that's just telling stories. Now I got 7 matches last night from AEW. All right, and the Kenny versus Andrade was the best match on the card. It's a good match. And so let me say something about AEW right quick, because I just remember what I want to talk about with AEW in this show last night. There's a lot of copying going on here. You know, I I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the TNT title had an open challenge before. I'm pretty sure that happened with Cody. All right, I'm pretty sure that happened back in the day. All right, but even if it did, right, it's still copying. It's still copying what they doing now, or what the E is doing now, with the United States title. It's still copying. You're not gonna tell me that AEW is not copying the United States title open challenge right now, because they wanna uh they wanna go ahead to head with who got wrestling, like the best wrestler right now. Like you can't tell me that's not what they doing right now, right? Right. Got Tommaso Ciampa doing open champ. Now they didn't wait for the pay per view to have who they didn't wait to see who was on the challenge, because you got the open challenge. Like he did the open challenge in a promo, and then two people already did the challenge for it. Roger Strong and uh, uh, Cesaro, Claudio. All right, all right. So we already did that. All right, so that's copying. All right, and then Tommaso Ciampa, it's called, instead of calling, nah, it's copying, but it's him. It's him. Right? He's just copying himself. So instead of calling the title Goldie, because it's not gold, he's calling it still silver. So the title's silver. All right. So I can wipe that away. All right. And then Andrade and listen, I'm the biggest. I'm one of the biggest Andrade fans there is. All right. I like he I love his wrestling, but I didn't think about it. I I definitely didn't think about uh his character should change in AEW. I didn't think about it until I seen it all yesterday, last night, and who he's copying. He's he took a whole fucking character from um what's his name, Angel Gaza. All right, when Angel Garza first got into the NXT, and when he got called up, he had this character that he would get a kiss on the cheek from one of the local females. Now eventually one of them was his wife or fiance. Alright, but he didn't get a kiss. right? Alright, and at one point he came out to pants and he had roughed him up and he had shorts on, right? And Andrade's doing that. He took a whole character from somebody else. And, and I understand it's competition, but like there's a line between competition and just biting somebody's style. And Andrade did that because that didn't come from him. Now, if we want to say, oh, but everybody does that. Okay, cool. All right, and I'm quite sure Andrade called Angel Garza and talked to him about it, right? All right, because they were stablemates at one point, twice, and around that time he had that Angel Garza had that gimmick, you know, like but I seen a lot of copying yesterday, a lot of copying stuff yesterday, and even when Brody King beat MJF, right, and he choked him out before that, right? We just seen that recently on the E. Now, I will say Brody King's been choking out people like that longer. Right, but it's just kind of funny that we get to see that Gunther did it Monday and then they did it Wednesday. The same situation. The only difference is it was AEW champ MJF getting choked out instead of Dragon Lee getting choked out. Right, but I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny. I like a lot, and again, AEW had a good show. I just similarities and competition is competition. So I get it. I get that part, but biting biting certain things is not my kind of cup of tea. And I would say this about the E2 if they was doing it, But the scene that, And tonight we get to see TNA. I might switch from TNA into the 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 NFL stuff. They got awards tonight, but I'm still watch TNA. TNA comes on at 9. The award show comes in at 8, so I can shift to wrestling when I want to. I seen the podcast with AJ Styles and Stephanie. I think AJ is done until you know he's not. I think he's done till he's not. Right? Like never say never. He said. So so like you said, if his son wants to get into the ring one day, maybe he want to wrestle with his son. You know. But we'll see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's gone, if he's done. But I think he's done for right now. For right now. And I don't think it was a fake retirement match. You know, and then we could see him again in the wrestle. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But it was a good interview. It made me watch another interview with Jay Uso and Cody interview. People shit on Jay, but I like Jay. I do. And people know how I feel about the Usos. I mean, not now. Not now. It's a better situation for me now with them because for the longest I just thought them hype man, and they kind of still are. But you know who they are now. Mainly because of Jay. Mainly because of Jay. God bless Jimmy. Right? And a lot of people think Jimmy's better. I don't. I don't. I don't. But yeah, like it was good. That both podcasts were good tonight. I usually don't watch a lot of Stephanie's podcasts, but I watched it for the AJ one. And I watched Cody Rhodes' podcast a lot. Cause he did yes, and that's not saying Stephanie don't, because she do. Cause I watched at least 3 or 4 of her episodes, but I watch more than Cody's because he's got people I want to hear from. Um, I know that they didn't drink. I know that didn't happen. Now I'm quite sure something else happened. Some other activities happened. Quite sure that happened. Um, but both the shows. Um, oh, what, what else did I want to talk about before I go? Um, um, the wrestle next week. Okay, next week. Um, for AEW. I know. Troy Miguel wrestles tonight for the first time in TNA. Since he's been back, so that's cool. Um, oh, okay. NXT. Good job to Joe Hendry. So he didn't get called up because they need somebody down there to hold that belt down. Ricky Saint probably gonna get called up. That's probably gonna happen. I like so they should have did this before they started doing the invasion with TNA, but I like the second generation or the Nepo baby group they got going on in NXT, and I like the fact that they're giving Lexis King uh, being the leader. Lexis King, I like that that's happening. I do. I do like, and I like that, and I also like that Lexus King is getting wins. Alright, that matter. Yeah, he's not beating people he shouldn't be, but he's beating people he should be. And that's what matters right now with him. And then he's in promo time, he's in TV time, from TNA and in NXT and stuff like that. There, um, you know, and he's showing out. And now they have to do this too. Like they have to because the man, like even though they gutted the women's division, they also gutted the man division of what they had already. It was already weak. Alright, so they have to develop more stars when it comes to men. Like they have to. Ain't no way around it. They have to. So like I see it. I see the development they're trying to do with him, and I hope it works for Lester's team. All right, and then you got people on the main roster uh, talking about him too. So speaking of the main roster, the Masked Man, the Masked Man that that jumped Braun. They said that they said that Grayson Waller was under the mask, and I thought about that. I thought about that, you know, when it first happened, because of the fact that Grayson Waller was supposed to be on the NXT Live uh, um, show over the weekend, and then he wasn't, and then he got shifted over to Saudi. All right, all right, all right. Last minute, you gotta think about that. You gotta think about that, right? And then this doesn't change that Austin Theory is probably still working for Seth, because as Grayson Waller is, that means Seth is too. I mean, if Grayson Waller is, that means Austin Theory is too. That's all that means. But we'll see. And then it just could be Seth. It just could be Seth still. They just use Grayson Waller to use him, which is cool. Give him something to do. But we'll see. We'll see. But I'm going to end the show with that. Make sure you got like, subscribe, share. Make sure you got watch wrestling. Make sure you got watch New Breed. Make sure just watch E-Feds in general, y'all. Um, y'all be safe out there. This is the Hired Gun Podcast. This is the Hired Gun. God bless. Love y'all. I'm out.